You're listening to XNYC on the Connectwork, bringing you all you need to know before the lights go out. Last up, it's the Energy Curfew Music Hour, featuring special guests Kacey Musgraves and Tiny Habits. The Connectwork thanks you for adhering to the nation's mandatory electricity-free 24 hours while we update the grid in our fight for carbon freedom. At the chime, there will be 60 minutes to Energy Curfew. Now feed your squirrel and enjoy this fully acoustic show.
Ahoy! And welcome to the Energy Curfew Music Hour, your weekly off-ramp into 24 blessed hours of powerlessness. Live from Audible's Minetta Lane Theater in New York City, I'm Chris Thile, and we are Punch Brothers. That's Brittany Haas on the fiddle. Noam Pickles McKelney on the banjo. We have Chris Aldridge on the D28. And Paul Paulo Curran on the bass. Oh, we have a heck of a dark day send-off for you tonight. Steamship cruising down the eastern seaboard, Tiny Habits is here! And wonders may never cease now that Kacey Musgraves is in the building!
Tonight's show is brought to you by Untenable Burgers. You've tried beef burgers, veggie burgers, impossible burgers. Now turn off your morals and prepare your taste buds for Untenable Burgers. Untenable burgers are made from the most endangered plants on the planet for people who love the taste of real beef but are craving something even less sustainable and more ecologically damaging. Our proprietary blend of near-extinct Snowdonia hawkweed and underground Australia orchids delivers essential nutrition, while the oil extracted from the seeds of the last standing Mulanji cedar tree gives our burgers their trademark juicy sizzle. Untenable Burgers, making sustenance unsustainable since 2028. And big thanks to Cliffs of Cleveland Bespoke Personal Insurance. You're a successful professional. You barely have time to shop for groceries, let alone inspect a carton for broken or cracked eggs. At Cliffs of Cleveland, we've got you covered. Introducing comprehensive personal egg-surance. That's right, if you discover that you've purchased a broken or cracked egg, Cliff will personally deliver a replacement egg of similar size and value within 4 to 6 weeks. Live close to the edge. Call Cliff today. Does not cover eggs produced by ducks, emu, guinea fowl, octopus, pheasant, crocodile, or quail. Not available within a 250-mile radius of the San Andreas Fault.
The Energy Curfew Music Hour is presented by the U.S. Department of Arts and Waste Management and produced in strict accordance with all current energy and travel regulations. Bought a coconut, he bought it for a dime. His sister had another one, she paid it for a lime. She put the lime in the coconut, drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, she drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, drank them both up. She put the lime in the coconut, called the doctor, woke him up and said, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this belly ache." I say, "Doctor, ain't there nothing I can take?" I said, "Doctor, to relieve this belly ache." He said, "Now let me get this straight. You can write a song with one chord?" "You sure can, Doc. Especially if you're Harry Nilsson, which, alas, all but one of us are not." And we've been hanging out on this C7 chord for a while now. And we're not about to quit it anytime soon, are we, Punchies? Yeah. Because you know what Lou Reed says. One chord is fine. 2 chords are pushing it. 3 and you're into jazz. Now, I shudder to think what Lou Reed would have had to say about Punch Brothers music. Lou, we stand guilty before you. Not at the moment, though. Huh. One chord jam for the ages right here. And what shall we call this one chord to rule them all? We actually call it the one chord. Also the fundamental. But its proper name, at least in Western music, is the tonic. A center of gravity. A musical piece's North Star. It's the same name we've given to any number of restoratives, stimulants, and bracers like the lime in the coconut. You drink them both together, put the lime in the coconut, then you'll feel better. Put the lime in the coconut, you drink them both up. Put the lime in the coconut and call me in the morning. Ooh, 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 Thank you very much. And that brings us to this week's brand new Punch Brothers song, which probably wouldn't be quite what Dr. Lou Reed ordered, but hangs out on the tonic chord a fair amount more than our usual. Also, it's about tonics, the kind you can imbibe. Anyone who knows me knows that if there's a thing I love besides my family, music, and Roger Federer, it's cocktails. Such was not always the case. I used to be like the Lou Reed of how many ingredients should be in a drink. One was plenty. That all changed in 2006 at a little cocktail bar on the Lower East Side called Milk and Honey. Milk and Honey, oh yes. Getting so thirsty just thinking about it. There were no menus at Milk and Honey. The bartenders would just ask you a couple questions like, you looking for something refreshing and citrusy or something more spirit-forward? And then they'd come back with a drink you'd most likely be ordering for the rest of your life. This song is about the first time I went. They got me. Oh, did they ever get me? Just from me saying, I usually drink whiskey neat and I don't like cocktails. They brought me something called an American Trilogy, and how do they do it? Maybe like this. What'll it be for the poor man's Robert Pattinson saying all with a California accent? Who is he? How do we get to what it'll be? Performatively tappity-tapping his fingers to the Glenn Miller Orchestra swinging from the speakers. What's gonna get him to study more than his own reflection in the faces around him at table 3? Sammy, how do we get to what it'll be? Ain't the whiskey neat? He orders like a goddamn Letterman jacket to show the world who he's better than. Who is he? How do we get to what it'll be? But nothing too sweet, gotta meet him halfway up his pedestal between Pappy 23 and Vodka Red Bull. What's gonna get him to clock it isn't all a contest between him and his companions at table 3. Sammy, how do we get to what it'll be? How do you get someone into shit when he can't even get over himself into the vibe at table 3? Tell me, how do we get to what it'll be? poor man's Jude Law. Something strung and stirred on a big rock. I bet that's how to get to what it'll be. It's coming to me, just half a cube of brown, not a white sugar. 2 dashes of orange, not Angostura bitters. 1 over 4 ounces of Sazerac. Rye and another one of Applejack. Right and an orange twist for luck. And if you don't like it, I don't give a damn. That's what's going into the candlelit. Double old fashion's about to hit table 3. Tell me that's how we get to what it'll be. Because you love it and everyone at table 3. But that's how you get to what it'll be. Thank you very much. Cheers. And let's raise a glass to Tiny Habits. Wow. Oh, it's so good to have y'all.
Standing in the kitchen, counting all the tiles on the floor. Some of them are hidden underneath the rug by the door. Thinking any minute I could hear the sound of the clock go off. And you can grab the linens, we can make the bed all nice and watch a movie in it. Talk about your day all night. Just a proposition, but I think it sounds pretty good to me. How about that? You and me, lots of love in tiny things. All we have is all I need. All the loves and tiny scratches in the sofa. All the pretty words in your mouth. How you call me over just to show me something you found hiding in the attic underneath the box I forgot about. I love this, you and me, lots of love in tiny things. All we have is all I need. All the loves and tiny things have gone wrong in the past, and I see looking back what I took for granted. I know that I want this to last, so I take a step back and I look at patterns. Love is a verb, it's an action. It's not a film reenactment. I don't need the moon or a mansion. I'm happy to be standing in your kitchen, counting all the tiles on the floor while you do the dishes.
Tiny Habits. Okay, so what I'm curious about is, did y'all decide to become a group and then find this vocal blend, or did you find this vocal blend and then decide to become a group?
You know what's actually so crazy is that the first time we ever sang together, we decided to sing a Kacey Musgraves song. That was the first song. And we haven't told her that yet. We still have to tell her, but that was the first song we ever sang together. Was "Happy and Sad" by Kacey Musgraves. And here we are, 3 years later. But I think when we met, we felt like there was something special there. I think. So, yeah. But I mean, as we've like sung together and gotten closer and more comfortable with each other, obviously the blend and the love has grown.
What I find remarkable is how y'all match not only tone but like the quality of the syllable. That you're actually kind of coming together on how you're going to pronounce words.
That's awesome.
And is that's just intuition, or was it?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it just, at this point, it's just what comes out.
Yeah. Well, give us a little more, will you?
We will. Sure. We will.
Excellent.
This next song is very vulnerable. So you're about to learn everything about us. I wish I was a reader, and I wish I was the kind of daughter that calls her mom with stupid questions or anything at all. And I wish that I was smaller, or I wish I was better at being kind to the one body that I've got. After all, it keeps me breathing till the day it just cannot. I wish I didn't feel like a burden all the time. Wish I was certain I wanna live this kind of life. I wish I didn't linger on every thought, reshaping every moment to the point of losing touch. Wish I was in my body instead of hovering above. I wish that I was harder, and I wish I was less of a feeler, so it wouldn't hurt so much. But I offer all my pillows, and I give my bed to lay. I'm a shoulder for a cry until the tears melt me away. I wish I didn't feel like a burden all the time. Wish I was certain I wanna live this kind of life.
I wish that I was smarter, and I wish I could communicate a thought without being misunderstood. But it's better keeping quiet, yeah, it's easy staying put. And I wish I didn't cater when I know I should. Stop begging for forgiveness and start putting down my foot. I'm just used to people pleasing. Yeah, I've gotten way too good. I think I've become the person that I said I never would. I wish I didn't feel like a burden all the time. Wish I was certain I wanna live this kind of life. I wish I didn't feel like a burden. I wish I was so scared of something. I wish these wishes weren't all for nothing all the time.
Tiny Habits. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. Don't worry, they'll be back. They'll be back later in the show.
A portion of tonight's show is brought to you by the Bad News Bearers. Roar! Do you have a life-ruining message to convey that no amount of flowers will soften? Call the Bad News Bearers and let the power of music do the work for you. Now endorsed by local law enforcement.
Are you Jim Dremble?
Yes, can I help you?
The police have traffic cam footage of you jaywalking across Gallatin Avenue.
Yeah, okay, I can pay the fine.
Well, you were totally naked, covered in whipped cream, shouting out the lyrics to Kenny Rogers the Gambler.
Yes, that was a good night.
It was 3 in the afternoon in a school zone.
That's not good.
Roar. And for just a $50 upgrade, the Bad News Bearers will send one of the biggest musical stars from the 1990s.
Adam Duritz?
This is a message from your fiancé, Walter.
Aww.
Sha la 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 la, yeah. Yeah. Well, Annie, I love you, and I can't wait to meet you in person, and I'm excited for our wedding, but there's something I have to tell you. I'm AI. That's right, I'm a simulation of human intelligence processes run by a computer. I'm AI.
The Bad News Bears deliver the heartbreak for all beings. Human, sentient, we don't discriminate. Use code ECMH for 15% off your first order and have your bad news bared today.
I can't wait to help your son with his homework.
Oh, what a way to transition into the miracle that Kacey Musgraves is coming out onto the stage. Kacey!
Hello, New York.
And Drew Talmanfeld, by the way, on the guitar.
I saw a sign or an omen on the branches in the morning. It was right after I lost a friend without warning. Words unsaid, scarlet red, cardinal. Are you bringing me a message from the other side? Cardinal, are you telling me I'm on somebody's mind? Don't leave me behind. I took a walk in the city to clear my head for a moment. Turned my collar to the wind on the street. It was blowing. And there he was, above my just watching and waiting for spring? Or do you have some kind of magic to bring? Are you just watching and waiting for spring? Or do you have some kind of magic to bring? Are you just watching and waiting for spring? Do you have some kind of magic? Cardinal, are you bringing me a message from the other side? Cardinal, are you telling me I'm on somebody's mind? Cardinal, are you bringing me a message from the other side? Cardinal, are you telling me I'm on somebody's mind? Are you bringing me a message from the other side? Cardinal. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Tiny Habits, massive talent, am I right? Jesus. Like, I'm gonna go home and practice now. It's fine.
I see what you did there, by the way.
Yeah?
And I feel like it's a thing that you do in song a great deal. Tiny Habits, massive talent.
Oh.
She's the master of wordplay, this woman.
Well, thank
In
you. I
song.
do appreciate that. I really do love song craft, and it really truly fills my soul. You know, makes me happy.
One thing I'm noticing, though, about this batch of tunes is, like, for instance, the song that we just did, the imagery of, like, a cardinal. This isn't wordplay. This is you're making us feel something with a word, and I'm curious if with that song, did just the idea of singing cardinal come into your head, or was it presented in some other way?
I'm into the occult. Is anyone else? Yes. Okay. Witches, where are you? I've been known to dabble on a Ouija board every now and then. It's fine. Don't judge. But no, actually, I don't know. They say cardinals are messengers, spirit messengers from the other side. And I don't know if you've ever heard, there's this saying that says, when angels are near, cardinals appear. Oh. And anyway, it sounds really crazy, but one of my good friends back in Nashville, and one of my heroes, honestly, he was a mentor of mine, Jon Batiste, and it's seriously so sad and unfortunate, but we lost him to COVID, and but he was so special to me, and after he passed, there was a lot of strange things that started happening, and song ideas and just symbols and things, but cardinals would visit quite a lot, and there was one in particular that would come to the same window almost every day. It was this oval-shaped window that I had, and he was so beautiful, and like, I don't know, it spoke to me, and that's kind of where the song came from.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
Amazing.
I love a witchy ditty, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one?
And so honestly, these songs, like I said, recorded most all of them just right down from here at Electric Lady in the Greenwich Village. And it was so fun. I was already in love with New York, but really, truly fell madly in love with it. And, you know, getting to walk every day through Washington Square Park and absorb everything that's going on there and make it to the studio. And I don't know, there's something special about creating in the city. You come with a blank page, and, you know, even just walking on the street in 30 seconds, you're encountering every culture imaginable. And I think that seeps in somewhere and, you know, makes for some really fun creation. But these songs are just sort of a rumination of where I was at this time in my life. It's a snapshot into that. And this one is about, you know, meeting someone and you're like, man, this person seems amazing. And it's early on in a relationship, and you've opened yourself back up again, and you're like, please do not be too good to be true. Spoiler alert, it was. But that's for another day. This is called Too Good to Be True. Made some breakfast, made some love. This is what dreams are made of on a cloudy Monday morning. Summer's gone, you're still here. For both of us, it's been a year. A tidal wave without a warning. Please don't make me regret opening up that part of myself that I've been scared to give again. Be good to me, and I'll be good to you. But please don't be too good to be true. In my mind, we're in New York. You had never been before, but baby, now it's our town. I'll admit that I'm in deep, but I don't know how else to be, and I don't want to slow it down. Please don't make me regret opening up that part of myself that I've been scared to give again. Be good to me, and I'll be good to you. But please don't be too good to be true. Made some breakfast, made some love. If this is what dreams are made of, please don't wake me.
Kacey Musgraves.
Thank you.
Serious songcraft right there. She'll be back later in the show. Time now for another exciting installment of Breaking Trad, where Punch Brothers take traditional tunes and give them unsolicited extreme makeovers. This week, we'll be reimagining one of the most iconic American fiddle tunes, Sally Gooden, first recorded by a Texan named Eck Robertson, who billed himself as the cowboy fiddler. In June of 1922, Robertson waltzed uninvited into the New York offices of the Victor Recording Company, dressed in full cowboy regalia, and started playing Sally Gooden in the waiting room. He was, of course, stopped abruptly, mid-tune, and ordered to come back at 9 a.m. the next day for an official recording session. Eck's jaw-dropping Sally Gooden was released on September 1st that same year, the first country music ever released by a commercial record label. One of the many amazing things about Sally Gooden is that it pretty much stays on the tonic chord for the entire song. There's one relative minor chord, but that's basically the tonic chord in disguise. And like the best tonics, Sally Gooden will cure what ails ya. Some may say that laughter is the best medicine, but for my money, it's fiddle tunes.
For my money, it's pills. No, really, I believe medicine is the best medicine.
Pickles, you know that music therapy is a real thing, right? I mean, it's legit.
Music therapy?
Yeah.
Come on. You might have to dress up like a cowboy to convince me of that. I'm trying to imagine what... Imagine what music therapy even is. Hi, doctor. Well, you really do cut to the chase. Well, I'm Mark. Thanks for agreeing to see me. I've tried literally everything else. Hypnosis, yoga, laughter, actual medicine. I'm desperate. Wow, you're perceptive. Yes. So my name is actually Dave. My fiance didn't figure that out till our third date. I don't know why I put up these walls. Wow, is it that obvious? Yes, I haven't slept in almost 2 weeks. I'm a shell of a human being right now, and I'm supposed to get married in 48 hours. No, buffet style. Why does that even matter? Okay, so I keep envisioning the officiant saying, "I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride." And suddenly, I'll just completely forget how kisses work. Like, I'll start making out with her nose. Like, tongue in nostril. Weird shit. And I'll humiliate both of us in front of all my friends and family, and she'll divorce me before the recessional. Maybe we should just call the wedding off. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I never once saw my parents show physical affection to each other. I don't even remember seeing them hold hands, like ever. Huh? Oh, I thought you said geese. So you're saying the kiss is optional. You may kiss the bride. You're right. It's not you must, it's you may. Holy cow, this is a revelation, doctor. So, okay, when the officiant says, "You may now kiss the bride," I'll just swoop in for a little love tap on her shoulder. Actually, you're right. A love tap feels a little too intimate. Maybe I'll just extend my hand. A handshake. That seals the deal. That's not awkward, right? Doc, I feel like the weight of the world has been lifted. I'll just shake her hand. Then we'll be married and nobody will think I'm weird. Music therapy is miraculous. I can breathe again. How will I ever repay you? There's a tip jar? I thought my insurance was going to cover this. I mean, you don't seem hard up. Okay, I'm leaving. But you're getting me out.
Thank you, Pickles. Now, at long last, here's our version of Sally Gooden. How about Brittany Haas on the fiddle? That's how you do that. We'll be right back after this word from your local ConnectWork affiliate.
The 5th annual Stoop Gnome competition enters its semi-final round this weekend, and we have been blown away by the innovative designs showcasing these important guardians of our health and harvest. This year's Final Four include Darian Lemon, who has already earned a special commendation for using carbon capture in the concrete of his gnome; Ellie Borlock, whose gnome not only wards off harvest demons, but acts as a bird feeder, using the deep bags under the gnome's eyes as seed receptacles. Then there's Mick Cordy, whose gnome's hat changes color to match the air quality index, and, in a dramatic turn of events, Calder Trowell is filling in for last year's winner Pimsley Smith, who was disqualified because her gnome had too many troll-like qualities. Trowell's gnome screams death is imminent when children breach his property. We'll have the results of head-to-head judging on Monday, and at the chime, there will be 15 minutes to Energy Curfew.
Welcome back to the Energy Curfew Music Hour from Audible's Minetta Lane Theater in New York City. Time now for the Missed Connection collection, where we help our listeners go from strangers to at least acquaintances. Our first lost and soon to be found soul is Lane from Minneapolis. I was getting out of a driverless as you were getting in. We locked eyes for a long moment. I was stalling, trying to air out the cabin. I had just started a raw food diet. You know how it is. Anyway, you were pretty, wearing pantyhose on bare legs, and I wondered how you could do it on such a cold day. This is from Kevin in Lincoln Park, Illinois, I think. We were benching at the underground gym during the freeze of 26. You were doing 150 like it was nothing, and whispering to your friends about how I was only curling hand weights. 15-pounders, but still. You were not impressed. Well, that was 3 years ago, and guess what? I'm up to 20. Next from Kyle. Next from Kyle in Salina, Kansas. I saw you while I was temping at the solar farm after layoffs at my design firm, which wasn't for lack of talent. It's just I was last hired and my art is really envelope pushing. Some people aren't ready for that kind of genius, you know? Like, ideally I'd be working on a team of one where I'm the sole designer. I synthesize my ideas and execute them to my own standards. Anyway, enough about me. Oh, that's the word limit. This next one is from Kat in San Francisco. Tall guy this morning in the Stockton Sutter unicycle lot. We kikied about vegan cheese. I asked if you'd like to tuna cycle sometime, which I realize now sounded like a fish thing. If that wasn't too off-putting, would love to get together and trade recipes. All right, finally, from Edgar, right here in New Manhattan. You were sitting cross-legged at the apex of the Columbus Circle Bridge, hooting back at an eastern screech owl. I think the owl thought you were making fun of it, but I could tell you were sincere. And I found your coastal great horned accent charming. Would love to chat sometime over the ravaged body of a rodent. P.S. I'm an owl. You know, I can tell because it's written in cursive. All right, that's all for now. Send us your woulda, coulda, shouldas addressed to the Minetta Lane Theater, and you could be featured on next week's show. Good luck out there. Please welcome back to the stage, Tiny Habits.
across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river and it made me complete.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin.
I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone?
I'm getting old and I need
Something to rely on.
So tell me when you're gonna let me in.
I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin.
If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know? If you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go somewhere only we know?
Let's go on Tiny Habits. My new favorite version of that song. We'll make welcome back to the stage, Kacey Musgraves.
Actually, wait, they did have a really cool story. You guys should tell. Oh, you told them. I'm like, tell it again. No, it's no.
You see
That's
that
really
most people like tell someone a story to workshop it before they're on a show. They workshopped it on the show so that they could tell you.
Wow. No, truly an honor. All right, shall we? Wow. Okay, this one's called Deeper Well, and you know when you're getting older and you have less time for bullshit, and just less time, you're like, wait, why do I hang out with that person? They kind of drain my energy, or why do I do this thing? It's just not serving me. So anyway, finding the deeper well, I guess. My Saturn has returned. When I turned 27, everything started to change. Took a long time, but I learned there's two kinds of people. One is a giver, and one's always trying to take all they can take. So I'm saying goodbye to the people that I feel No regrets, baby. I just think that maybe you go your way and I'll go mine. It's been a real good time. But you got dark energy, something I can't unsee, and I've got to take care of myself. I found a deeper well. I used to wake and bake, roll out of bed, hit the gravity bong that I made. Start the day, it's true. For a while it got me by. I made one out of a 2-liter. Everything I did seemed better when I was high. I don't know why. So I'm getting rid of the habits that I feel are real good at wasting my time. No regrets, baby. I just think that maybe it's natural when things lose their shine, so other things can glow. I've gotten older now, I know how to take care of myself. I found a deeper well. When I was growing up, we had what we needed, shoes on our feet, but the world was as flat as a plate, and that's okay. The things I was taught only took me so far, had to figure the rest out myself. And then I found a deeper well.
Deeper well.
You're not clapping for the song, you're clapping for gravity bongs. Admit it. Terrible decision.
So resourceful, though.
It really was. Hey, recycling. You know what I mean? Recycling.
Oh, we do. Oh, do we ever? Yes. So, Energy Curfew is starting to draw nigh, as it is wont to do at this time of week. During rehearsal, I had no idea that this next one is an old Scottish melody.
It is. So no one can come after me. It's way too old for that.
Oh yeah.
Unless like I get haunted by the ghosts of publishing past. No, this actually is an ancient Scottish melody. It was written in the 1700s, and it's always been a song that I've loved so much. But the words were in that really old Scottish English, you know, and so I wanted to kind of put my own story on top of it. And this song is just kind of about heaven being in the smallest of moments with the people that you love. That's really, to me, where heaven exists. You know, it's not this thing that you know, people argue over. It's just like, it's right here. You know, it's in the small moments. So this is called Heaven Is. And thanks for having me.
Oh. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kacey.
We spent all day where the north wind blows, tears to cry and nothing to mourn. Wearing your shirt so tattered and torn, lying in your arms so safe and warm. That's what heaven is. I don't care for money or fame. All for you, I'd give it away. The way you sound when you call my name, that's what heaven is. Nobody knows where we go when we die. Maybe we'll ride white horses in the sky. And if we don't, then darling, tonight, that's what heaven is. If all I have is the light in your eyes, that's what heaven is.
And that's our show from Audible's Minetta Lane Theater in New York City. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hear it one more time for Tiny Habits and Kacey Musgraves. We got a few minutes left, so light a candle, pour yourself and someone you love something good, and have a beautiful dark day. We'll be thinking of you. One more, a bit to kick it off before I have to kick us out of the bagging in the fiddle tune.
This has been an Audible Originals production of the Energy Curfew Music Hour, featuring Chris Thile and Punch Brothers, created by Chris Thile and Claire Coffey, written by Rachel Axler, Claire Coffey, Noam Pikelny, and Chris Thile, starring Chris Thile, Chris Eldridge, Brittany Haas, Paul Cohort, and Noam Pikelny. Executive producer for Audible is Preston Copley, directed by Claire Coffey, produced by Jason Colton, Chris Thile, and Claire Coffey, produced for Audible by Carson Donnelly. Supervising producer is Hudson Theatrical Associates and Sean Gorski. Special guests Kacey Musgraves and Tiny Habits. Punch Brothers appear courtesy of None Such Records. Kacey Musgraves appears courtesy of UMG Nashville. Recorded by Jeff Dudzik. Original music by Punch Brothers. Mixed and mastered by David Boucher. Sound design by Cody Spencer. Special thanks to Sam Britton. Head of production at Audible Studios is Mike Charzik. Head of creative development at Audible is Kate Navin. Chief content officer is Rachel Giazza. The Energy Curfew Music Hour was recorded live at the Minetta Lane Theater under the management of Margaret Cotter. Copyright 2024 by Mind Capo Inc. and Polly Stevens Group Inc. Sound recording copyright 2024 by Audible Originals LLC.
Happy Dark Day, y'all.